My name is Bianca Tropiano, and I'm going to share my experience about my internship within my communications degree at Western Sydney University. I started my internship in July 2025, where I practice and exercise roles as a journalist. Progressing as a journalism major, my internship was located at Alt Media, also known as City Hub. Located in Ultimo, Sydney, the internship was focused around the production of Sydney news, where I was able to experience a range of diverse aspects of journalism. City Hub consists of a small team where each of its members has a vital role within the production of their everyday news cycle. As such, I gained my own responsibilities within the newsroom and was able to collaborate in various aspects of digital and print journalism production. The work culture was a bright and friendly place, where the team regularly engaged in weekly catch-ups on Monday mornings, coffee runs and lunch dates, and even a little side of conversation with each editorial meeting. Music was always playing throughout the newsroom, with a different delegated DJ each day to help keep things uplifting. The comfortable and safe environment made by the team at City Hub allowed me to feel at ease during my internship, allowing me to have a smooth transition and a glimpse as to how teamwork can shift a working environment. Each day began with an hour of news scrolling, where I would source stories to pitch within our 10 a.m. editorial meetings. Within these editorial meetings, I would consult with the managing editor, Chloe Sargent, and head journalist, Lydia Yupp. With the designated task to pitch 3 stories each morning, I would engage in discussions about what articles needed to be published and their deadlines. The meetings revolved around teamwork, sharing contacts, notes, and industry knowledge. Through the digital platform Slack, I was able to be in contact with different employees that live in both Brisbane and Melbourne, contributing to important team discussions about scheduling and events. Team-led discussions revolved around the news articles that were going to be published each day digitally and within each monthly print magazine. With this, I was able to grasp a high understanding of the dynamics and attention towards the creation of online and print journalism. My primary role within the internship was the creation of digital news articles, where I was responsible for composing online journalism about different genres with opportunities to publish my own work within sub-publications. My responsibilities slowly expanded, with the expectation to produce 3 digital news stories each day, composing research and interviews to ensure that our stories were one of a kind. Throughout my internship, I produced over 30 published articles, with several of them featuring in the August, September, and October print magazine. Additionally, I have 3 cross-posted digital articles within Alt Media's Star Observer, where I was able to grasp an understanding of how to alter tone based on reader demographics and audiences. I maintain responsibility for all of my work. As such, I was able to conduct my own interviews online and in the field to capture a niche perspective of each story I was covering. With these expectations, I became confident in my ability to conduct thorough research, allowing me to write both feature and hard news articles. The following article was one of my most challenging works conducted within the internship. The article consisted of a Sydney woman's sexualised experience at a Sydney club. It was definitely a hard story to cover due to the careful nature in which I had to write it within. Being such a primitive and timeless story, I had to ensure that I remained ethical but also critical towards the story's narrative. This work was one of my most praised articles, due to my ability to sympathise with the affected individual whilst also raising awareness of the issue. My internship was relevant to my studies because I utilised my practices of journalistic writing to create and produce news content in article form. Using practices of copyright, defamation, news structure, news mediums, and digital journalism production to develop my practices and demonstrate my understanding of my chosen journalism major. Within my degree, subjects including journalism research and investigation and digital journalism production helped me develop a huge understanding of each aspect of journalism, enabling me to understand the ground-level foundations of producing short stories, community stories, national stories, and hard news. My studies equipped me with a variety of skills to ensure that my individualism within journalism aligns with the expectations of a functioning journalist. I didn't know what to expect when I started my internship, but I hit the ground running. The fast-paced environment quickly had me producing content and allowed me to be assisted by other journalists in the newsroom. As I expected, there were a lot of factors I had to consider when pitching and writing a story, with lots of additional background research and harsh deadlines. My internship became a very important experience for me, as I found that digital writing is something I am very passionate about. Within the newsroom, I was able to have vital contributions as to what content was posted digitally, and that is definitely an aspect that I will pursue in my future career. I found some routines of journalism quite repetitive, but I had the great opportunity to write about things that were interesting, which enabled me to enjoy the practices as a journalist. I made many industry contacts, which have provided me with various freelancing opportunities within the publication and outside the publication. City Hub went above and beyond to ensure that I remained comfortable during my placement. I was able to apply the skills that I have learned in my degree to a high level, whilst also gaining and learning aspects throughout the day-to-day news production.